Former crew chief Steve Letarte gives an honest and no-holds-barred look at 23XI Racing's recent struggles. With Michael Jordan's intensified focus on NASCAR after relinquishing the Charlotte Hornets, has the team found the winning formula? We'll uncover Letarte's insights on their journey so far, the recent changes in strategy, and their upcoming challenge on the racetrack. So buckle up because this is one you won't want to miss. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. The challenges continue unabated for the drivers of 23XI Racing, the NASCAR team co-owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. A recurrent pit crew predicament has plagued them once again, extending its presence into yet another week. Since its establishment, Michael Jordan's foray into the world of NASCAR has undeniably showcased ample promise, positioning the team as a viable contender for championship honors. This assertion was particularly evident in the unfolding of the 2023 Cup Series season, an instant that witnessed Tyler Reddick masterfully securing triumph for the 23XI Racing team at COTA. Yet, amid these encouraging achievements, a singular vulnerability appears to gnaw at the collective consciousness of the two drivers: the persistently nagging pit crew conundrum. It's as though the team consistently find themselves falling short of impeccably executing their pit strategies, a shortfall that invariably inflicts a blow upon the drivers. This undesirable outcome coerces them into relinquishing their hard-earned track positions and adds another tally to the column of victories narrowly eluding their grasp. The tenacity of this issue has reached such an extent that Steve Letarte, a luminary formerly at the helm of Hendrick Motorsport's crew, seems to hold back his endorsement of the team members, his praise tainted by the recurrent specter of relinquished victory on display once more, this time at Michigan. The former crew chief from Hendrick Motorsports, Steve Letarte, has strongly criticized 23XI Racing for their apparent deficiency in effective communication. Despite the substantial investment of the $150 million that has been injected into the team, spearheaded by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, the groundwork laid down seems to have fallen short in guaranteeing consistently impeccable performances that would position the team as a formidable presence among the established racing giants. Notably, the decision to construct the team's own pit crew instead of relying on a partnership with Joe Gibbs Racing was believed to be a forward-looking move aimed at fostering a self-sustaining foundation for future endeavors. Nonetheless, recent occurrences underscore the reality that the team, despite its significant monetary backing, still finds itself on a journey of refinement in terms of cultivating highly efficient teamwork that leaves no margin for critical errors. The incident that transpired on the racetrack in Michigan, involving Tyler Reddick and the number 45 team, serves as a stark and compelling illustration of how flawlessly synchronized teamwork is an absolute requisite for yielding optimal outcomes. A particularly glaring aspect of this mishap was the extended duration during which Tyler Reddick had to endure, spending more than 9 seconds awaiting the completion of fueling. Adding to the peril, the left rear tire was negligently left loose, a blunder with the potential to trigger a catastrophic accident on the track itself. The exasperation felt by Tyler Reddick was palpable as he vented his frustration toward his team through the radio communication channel. Steve Letarte, the veteran former crew chief, conveyed his thoughts during a conversation with Nate Ryan. Pulling no punches in his assessment, he remarked, "I look past pit road mistakes. 9 or 10 seconds is very hard. But when you are waiting on fuel, is inexcusable to have a tire change issue. Inexcusable. It's bad coaching, bad planning, bad communication, something. Either he didn't know or he wasn't coached to know. But it's inexcusable for your jackman or your 2 tire changers." Letarte continued, stating, "Listen guys, you can do this in 9 seconds. I only need you to do it in 14. That's 50% slower. That's like, hey, we're gonna go run a race and you take off sprinting. You only have to run a mile in under 20 minutes. I'm just going to mosey my way down and I understand the situation. A total miss by the 45 team because they had the track position on the 17th. Following the unfortunate series of events that unfolded on the pit road, Tyler Reddick's trajectory shifted dramatically, plummeting from a commanding lead in the race to a considerably disheartening 30th place conclusion. The palpable sense of disappointment was unmistakable as the driver of the number 45 Toyota, in conversation with NASCAR.com, reflected on the turn of events. Reddick, who had undeniably showcased a Toyota vehicle that boasted exceptional speed and a competitive edge over his fellow drivers, had been primed for yet another triumphant victory. During the interview, Reddick's sentiment resonated strongly as he expressed, "Yeah, we definitely got to get better there. We've got to improve. It's just tough when that's a mistake that we've made before in the same situation, honestly. Not the last stop of the race, for sure, but in the lead, cycling back to the lead. Certainly, it's tough to... We've just got to learn from our mistakes. We can't afford to repeat them. He continued, "A lot of things have not gone our way this year. We've made a lot of mistakes. I feel like we've learned a lot from them, and we just have to learn from them because, again, we've made so many. I've made some pretty bad mistakes in the last couple of weeks as well, inside the car that has cost us wins as well, and it's just frustrating for sure to see them get away." While it stands true that Michael Jordan's number 45 racing team has clinched a coveted playoff berth, the prospect of securing another victory remains tantalizingly within reach. The question that looms is whether the team has successfully absorbed the teachings derived from these experiences, or if there remains a substantial journey of growth and development yet to be traversed. The unfolding chapters of this journey will ultimately divulge the extent to which these lessons have been internalized, and whether they can transmute into a competitive advantage on the racing circuit. What are your thoughts on Letarte's criticism of the 2311 team? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more updates. Following the sale of his majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets, basketball star Michael Jordan has turned his focus and devoted more time in his NASCAR team, indicating a growing commitment to the world of motorsports. Denny Hamlin, co-owner of 2311 Racing, claimed that despite taking a relaxing boat holiday in the south of France, Jordan's commitment to his racing enterprise remains unshakable. Jordan's involvement has grown, according to Hamlin, with an increasing presence in meetings and a desire to be intimately involved in branding decisions, a move that has aroused the interest of onlookers. Jordan's renewed concentration on his NASCAR team exemplifies his ongoing quest for success across all arenas, having etched his name as one of the best basketball players with 6 NBA titles, multiple MVPs, and a slew of accolades. This change represents a strategic development in Jordan's sporting pursuits as he navigates the fast-paced world of motor racing with the same tenacity that made him a basketball icon. Talking about the upcoming race in NASCAR, the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard prepares to unfold on Sunday at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, imbued with a captivating international essence. In preparation for Sunday's race, the Geico restart zone has been strategically relocated to the short chute position between turns 13 and 14. This adjustment marks a departure from the customary front stretch location, where restarts were traditionally initiated during the initial 2 races at the Indy Road Course. The rationale behind this alteration is to furnish the field with a greater expanse as they navigate the expansive length of the Brickyard's front straightway before coalescing into the tight confines of the 90-degree right-handed turn 1. This section of the circuit has historically witnessed drag race scenarios that, in preceding years, culminated in insignificant instances of forceful contact. In the revised restart zone, drivers are granted the liberty to shift lanes once they have navigated beyond the designated zone. This newfound freedom obviates the need to delay lane changes until they reach the start-finish line, affording them the opportunity to make tactical maneuvers earlier in the race resumption. A noteworthy pattern emerges as Chevrolet drivers emerge victorious in securing both poles and winning both races hosted at the Indy Road Course. The annals of 2022 recall Tyler Reddick's triumphant conquest, having led a substantial 38 laps en route to clinching victory. Intriguingly, each of the 2 races that have unfolded at the Indy Road Course culminated in a NASCAR overtime finish, punctuated by the prevalence of 5 or more caution periods. The landscape of recent road course competition paints a picture of diversity in victory, with 5 distinct drivers ascending to victory in the last 5 such races. Kyle Larson at Watkins Glen, Christopher Bell at Charlotte Roval 22, Tyler Reddick at COTA, Martin Truex Jr. at Sonoma, and Shane Van Gisbergen at Chicago. Reiterating an earlier point, the newly introduced Choose Rule will come into play at Indianapolis for the first time, reflecting a broader alteration that spans all road courses in the year 2023. Additionally, a notable change for this weekend pertains to the absence of stage breaks. Although points will still be allocated at the designated stage-ending laps for both Stage 1 and Stage 2, a caution flag will not unfurl to mark the culmination of these stages. Goodyear's approach to the Cup cars at road courses involves the employment of a solitary tire type, boasting 2 distinct tire codes. This strategic choice facilitates a directional tread pattern, strategically adopted to effectively manage the anticipated stresses that will be exerted on the tires. Consequently, the tire configuration slated for deployment during the forthcoming race mirrors the same setup that previously graced the tracks at Circuit of the Americas, Sonoma Raceway, and the Chicago Street Course earlier in the season. Further updates are embodied by the softening of the front bumper strut, a procedural shift characterized by adaptations to existing components. Another stipulation necessitates the presence of an empty front ballast box, alongside a modified cross brace. It is pertinent to note that the financial responsibility for all these updates is borne by NASCAR itself. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.